AFTV, Mo, how you doing, bro? How's the sleep going? Sleep patterns?
Yeah, it's all. No, it's all good, man. Listen, Issa's given me less sleepless nights than Arsenal have, so right now I'd much rather be doing stuff with him than I would be watching Arsenal.
Jesus, man. You know what I mean? Listen, great win. You know, you're going to look on it and you're going to say, fantastic win, 3 away goals. Can't really hope for better than that. But sandwiched in between that, yet again, we nearly pressed the self-destruct button with Leno and Ceballos. What was going on?
Yeah, Ceballos again. And, you know, it's interesting, right? Because on the Leno-Xhaka one, for me, it was very clearly it was Xhaka's fault. And on this Leno-Ceballos one, for me, very clearly, it's actually Ceballos' fault because he turns into that space. You know, he actually turns into it. But on both occasions, Leno has a big part to play. And, you know, there is an alternative option that if he takes that option, both of them could be avoided. I'd say the share of blame that Leno takes in the 2 incidents, the share of Leno's blame is certainly greater today because the other option that was available to him was a much better option versus the one with Xhaka where the other option was to boot it long.
Yeah, I think if yes, there's a little bit of blame on Leno on the one on Saturday, but I think more Xhaka.
Yeah,
because
100%.
Xhaka still could have. But the one today was a completely unnecessary pass. I blame on Leno. I'm like, there's players out wide, which was the better option anyway.
Yeah,
there's but players and you go and put it into a man who's got 4 players on him.
Yeah, but you see, Robbie, it's actually not that dissimilar to what happened against Granit Xhaka. What happened with Granit Xhaka against Burnley, because with that one, it was a lot closer to goal as well, and the 4 weren't kind of like immediately on him. But we saw that quite a few times. In fact, our goal came from playing it into Thomas Partey, who was very quickly surrounded by 4. And I think Edge made the 1-2 with Xhaka. I think Arsenal do this intentionally because if you get that right, in a way, you can try and take 4 players out of the game when they try and press you and you're in that central area. But listen, it seems to be costing us more than it's benefiting us right now. And, you know, I wonder at what point, how often do we need to see it where we then stop blaming Leno and stop blaming the player who receives the ball and makes a mistake? Because clearly Arteta, if we see it too often, clearly Arteta is not saying to them, stop doing that, play it to the flanks.
I don't think he is. I think he said the other day in his press conference when he was asked, so you're going to stop playing out from the back like that? He says no. He goes, you know, this is a thing that we do, you know, and he wants the players to be brave on the ball and stuff like that. But there's brave on the ball and there's stupidity.
Yeah.
And the one today for me is stupidity. You don't 1-0 up.
Yeah, but
you don't have to do that. It was just, I just did not. It was just not intelligent football at all.
Yeah, 100%. But this is my question though: if Arteta continues and says to the players, "No, Bernd Leno, play it to the guy who's back to goal with 4 opposition players around him," and Leno's following instructions, maybe he'd prefer to go long. But if he's following instructions, then, you know, at some point you've kind of got to say like, well, there's got to be a shared responsibility. The one thing I don't want to see is this against Tottenham on the weekend. My God. You know, look, the last 2 games we've gone and conceded goals like that, right? They are going to be all over it. We will see. Pardon?
Remember as well when we played Tottenham, wasn't it a mistake from... Remember the game when... It wasn't this season, not this season, last season. Kolasinac, shouldn't he? Again.
Oh, yeah.
Mistakes. I mean, all these games, I mean, sorry, we got to go and talk about the positives for today, but it's still got to talk about some of the negatives. Just too many mistakes in all these games. If we could only cut it out.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know...
It was decent today.
Arteta's persisting with it for a reason, and hopefully what we do see is that these mistakes get less and less, and actually the style of football and the passages of play that this style of football creates gets better and better. So there's no point people saying trust the process if you don't trust the process. This is his process. If you're one of the trust the process, you know, followers, then trust it. for me, I would tweak it personally. I don't think we've got the players right now for this style of process. But as I say, hopefully you don't see it on Sunday, because they'll be all over us and we'll see that very visibly. But there was also some positives today that I do want to see on Sunday. So, you know, the willingness to shoot from outside the box was nice. I like that. Got 2 goals out of that. That was very good.
Back in the day, those players would have got fined.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that was very nice to see, and 2 cracking goals as well. And I thought Bellerin, actually, you know, he does take quite a lot of stick, and I thought he did well today. Tierney is obviously great. He caused problems down that left-hand side non-stop, and Bellerin does need to step it up. But today I thought Bellerin did play really well.
And he made a very important block.
Yeah, exactly.
To get that first goal, you know, I mean, he did have a good game, and what a great goal by Gabriel as well. I mean, that goal, fantastic header, and it got us right back into the, you know, into the seat in the game.
Yeah, incredible goal. And do you know what? I just do find it funny, because that's another Willian assist. And when you look at the Willian assists, do you know what? It's just, you can't take it away from him. Like, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's getting the assists, because it benefits Arsenal Football Club. But, you know, it just makes me laugh, because how Gabriel scored from there. I mean, that was one hell of a header, an absolutely incredible header. But look, Willian could have overhit that pass. He could have not beaten the first man. He could have done any number of things. He put it into a place where, however remote the chance was, it was a chance to score a goal, and we went and scored the goal. But I think credit has to go to Gabriel on that. His willingness and desire to get there, and then the accuracy and the angle, everything was against him, but absolutely brilliant goal and a really important time.
And now it's Tottenham on Sunday. You know, they won tonight as well. They had a good win in their group game as well. Huge game for us at the weekend, even though league position wise and all that don't really mean much to us, but pride is at stake.
Yeah, and Mikel Arteta should know that this game and how we perform in this game will shape a lot of the fans' opinion. It's not like a normal season where, you know, when we're doing all right, and if we lose against Tottenham, we can kind of contextualize it and say, oh, fine, fair enough. This is Arsenal struggling, and it's an opportunity. The team should really view it as an opportunity to say, look, we are a proper team, and we're going to go out, put in a really good performance and show you what you can expect next season. You know, if we go out with a whimper against Tottenham, then that will start to convert a lot of people who are unsure to making their mind up that actually when the pressure's on, you know, this team isn't it and this manager isn't it. So I hope he picks the right team and we go out with the right attitude and give a really, really good account of ourselves. And listen, it's not just about performance. You know, this is the derby, the result. That's what we want, the result. You give me a bad performance and the 3 points, I'll take it. We want the bragging rights. Go out and get them.
Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the UK's #1 match betting service. So what is match betting? It's a method that's used by individuals to profit from free bets and incentives offered by bookmakers. By leveraging one bookie's offer against another bookie's offer, it's possible to ensure that the odds are in your favour. And when you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through how to do match betting with their easy to follow video guides. Profit Accumulator have a friendly 7-day-a-week customer support team that will help you with any questions that you might have. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and you can start your Profit Accumulator journey today and you won't regret it.